Hello guys! In this video, we are going to show you how to set a BIOS password and screensaver password to your computers. Let us define first the BIOS. BIOS or the basic input-output system is a computer program that is used by the CPU to perform startup procedures when the computer is turned on. After startup, the BIOS program manages data flow between the OS and the peripherals. But why do we need to set a BIOS password on our computer? Setting a BIOS password effectively, password protects your whole computer system. BIOS passwords prevent your computer from undergoing its startup procedure until the password is entered, as your computer needs to access its BIOS before it can run any programs. It also increases your computer's security levels by prompting users for a password before the system has even booted up. BIOS passwords limit the options available to individuals looking to gain unauthorized access to a computer. But always remember, be mindful of your BIOS password because if you forget it, gaining access to your computer can become very difficult. Let's proceed now to the tutorial. We have two different personal computers with their different BIOS structure, so we prepared also two different ways to set BIOS password and system password in case you don't have the default one. So, let's start with the default BIOS structure first. Start your computer. While your computer is booting up, to access BIOS setup, you have to look for a description that will appear on the upper left or lower left hand corner of your screen, and then press the key instructed to open your BIOS setup. In this computer, Del is the key to open BIOS setup. When your computer enters BIOS setup, use your arrow keys and highlight the BIOS setting password. After that, you have to press enter and then type your password 2 times to confirm your password. After adding password, security check option will appear beneath the BIOS setting password. When you set your security check option to setup, the computer will only demand for password when you are accessing the BIOS setup, but when it is on setup and system, the computer will demand for a password not only in your BIOS setup, but before booting the operating system of your computer. We will choose setup and password. To save the changes, press Escape and F10 or simply press F10 when you're done in setting up the password on your BIOS. The computer will reboot, but this time it will require you to enter password. Let's check if it is working. As you can see, the system also requires me to type password before it will boot up the operating system of the computer. Phoenix BIOS structure is completely different to default BIOS structure in setting up password to your BIOS and system. In this case, we are going to set up BIOS password and system password separately. To set up BIOS password, start your computer. While your computer is booting up, again, you have to look for a description that will appear on the upper left or lower left-hand corner of your screen, and then press the key instructed to open your BIOS setup. In this computer, F1 is the key to open BIOS Setup Go to security panel using the arrow keys. Under Security, you will see the supervisor password. Select it and set a password 2 times and then Enter. After pressing Enter, the password status beneath the supervisor password will automatically change from Disable to Enable. Press F10 to save and exit, and your computer will reboot. To test the BIOS password you set, get into the BIOS setup again. Before entering the BIOS setup, the system will now requiring you to put the password. Enter the correct password. We will repeat the process again to set the system password. When your computer enters BIOS setup, use your right arrow key to go to Security panel. Under Security, you will see the Power On password. Select it and set a password 2 times and then Enter. After pressing Enter, the password status beneath the Power On password will also automatically change from Disable to Enable. Press F10 to save and exit. Your computer will reboot. Wait for a few minutes and then, before the system boot the OS of your computer, it will demand you to enter a password. Next in our tutorial is setting up the screensaver password. So what is a screensaver? A screensaver is a software program that becomes activated after the computer is inactive for a specified amount of time. Setting up a screensaver password can provide additional protection from unauthorized access if you leave your device unattended at work or in some other places. If your user account has a password, you might want to enable and configure the screensaver to lock your user session automatically once you leave your personal computer. In this way, we can make sure to protect our personal computer and also our data and privacy. So, this is the step-by-step tutorial of enabling screensaver password to a personal computer. In setting up a screensaver password, the first thing you need to do is click the Start button and then open the settings. Go to the Personalization and then click the Lock Screen. Scroll down on the right side of the Lock Screen menu until you see the screensaver settings and then open it. After that, the screensaver options dialog window will appear on the screen. From there, you can pick a screensaver that you want from the list. Click the up-down control to configure the screensaver timeout under Wait. Only if you want to change the default timeout of 1 minute of inactivity. Check the option on Resume, Display Logo Screen. Lastly, click the Apply and then OK. Your screensaver password is now set.